Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next. I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're on the road to, God, I can't even remember, 113,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe and join the fam. And also, guys, if you haven't already, follow me on all my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so go follow me on all of those. Once again, I am coming back at you guys with another creepy video. That's right, we are coming back to the scary stuff. I'm gonna gradually bring it back to you guys. There is a couple more things I want to talk about, but this topic, I've left you guys in the dark for a pretty long time now. It's been over a month since we played the Ouija boards. If you guys remember, we did a live stream on YouTube and on Facebook. And I'm not sure if the Facebook one, I can't even remember which one it was. I know I streamed on Facebook and YouTube, and 2 times out of the 3 times we did it, we were playing, we took it dead serious, no playing around, nothing like that. And obviously there was comments, people saying they don't believe, or like accusing us of faking it and pushing the thing around. But one thing me and Alyssa did do was we promised each other we wouldn't screw around, because we genuinely want to see if this thing works. Now, I know there's a whole bunch of different theories about how a Ouija board works, and people say like it's in the mind, like your hand unintentionally is actually pushing it. I don't know. I don't really understand too much about Ouija boards. All I know is you can use them to speak to the dead, and that you have to take precautions. Like, you have to be careful because it does like open a gateway to another world, and you could potentially let something really, really nasty into your life. But anyway, back onto the story. I left you guys in the dark about what happened with Zozo. I did mention in one of the videos that I talked about, like, it was after the Ouija board session. I made a video talking about what was going on, and as you guys saw in the live stream, we were talking to what appeared to be Alyssa's family. Now, these are people that are dead that I don't even know. Like, I've heard the names, but I didn't know what kind of relation they were to her, like her dad's mom and her dad's brother's names, stuff like that. And she's obviously got some distant family, which I also didn't know about. Well, I know their names, but I don't know, well, I didn't know them. You know, like, I didn't know what relation they were to people. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's what it was doing, and it was actually answering the names correctly, even like her dead uncles and stuff like that, naming these people. And she knows that I don't know who these are, so it couldn't have been me faking it, and she knows that. And she promised, like, she got upset. She was actually crying after we shut off the live stream. We turned off the live stream, and she sat there and she started to cry. And she actually thought that because we got into a little bit of a fight the previous time playing it, because I accused her. A lot of you guys might know that my father is actually dead. He passed away when I was a kid, and this Ouija board thing started to say my father's name. So, you know, I was kind of like, I didn't really, like, I like to believe that the Ouija board exists, but I was kind of a little bit thinking that she was doing this. And I accused her of it after the live stream. We got into a little fight. It wasn't too big. And I said, I hope that wasn't you, because that's really insensitive if you did that. And she started crying. She swore, I would never do that. And I can't believe you would even accuse me of that. I wouldn't do that to you, because I know the story about your dad and stuff. So she thought that maybe I was doing this, you know, to get back at her, but then she kind of snapped out of it, and she was like, wait a second, you don't know these people, so why would you name them? And it kind of went on like that. And then eventually, if you guys remember, the board started doing like WC, 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 and then it started to go to ZO, 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 and it kept doing that repeatedly. And the first time it happened, I freaked out. Like, I was getting chills on my neck, because at first I thought it was going to say Zoe, which is a relative of Alyssa's, and I thought it was going to say that. But when it kept saying ZO, 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 I was like, then it came to me, because like I'd completely forgotten about this thing, and I don't even think Alyssa knows about, you know, the demon Zozo. So I wasn't sure what I was thinking at that point. It just felt unreal. Like, I felt like, oh man, we have been chosen. Like, it's us. It's our turn to deal with this now. Because, like, you hear of this story of this thing, but I figured, you know, like, there's 7 billion people in the world. What are the chances of it coming to me? And that's the kind of thought I have But I don't know how, obviously, how demons work or anything like that. Maybe they can visit multiple people at once, but it did freak me out. And we were both dead serious. We stopped the video, and some crazy stuff did happen afterwards. But like you guys know, I also filmed when I called the paranormal team and asked them for their advice. And they pretty much told me, I'm trying to think, it was like a month ago. They told me to not, like, let it scare me. Do not show fear, because they feed on fear. These demons feed on fear. So if you can, just try and get on with your life normally. And he said, stay away from the Ouija board for a little while, which we did. And we noticed some things, but we tried not to be over the top about it, such as doors opening and, you know, like uneasy feelings in the house and feelings of being watched and, you know, lights going on and off and stuff like that. And these things were going on, and it did kind of like go away. I mean, we didn't really have to deal with too much. And honestly, in my head, every night when we were going to sleep, I would put on Friends while we went to sleep, because I was just so scared. But I didn't want to admit it, obviously, to Alyssa. I didn't want her to, I was telling her, it's probably nothing, just don't worry about it. But inside, I was like, what if this is the real deal? Like, you hear of this stuff happening to people, like demons and stuff. And I was like, what if it's us? I don't want to deal with possession. I don't want to deal with, you know, bad things happening, or my family being in danger, or her family being in danger, or even us being in danger. So it was scaring me. And I was having Friends on every night. I would just leave it on in the background, just because I felt really, really, really uneasy. Like, I didn't want to open my eyes. You know, like when you lay down, you close your eyes in the dark. I didn't want to open them again, because I was afraid of what I might see. Like, it felt so real. It felt like what you imagine it to feel like when you watch this stuff happen in movies and stuff like that. It was just the worst feeling. But it did, like, we started to just do more positive things. We enjoyed the summer. We started watching comedy movies every night and, like, laughing, joking, being positive and that kind of thing. And gradually, we just kind of forgot about it. Like, we didn't forget about it, but we got over the fear. So I don't really know what happened. And I know there are a lot of skeptic people out there, and I welcome your criticism. I welcome you to say your theories and stuff like that. Because I know, obviously, not everybody's going to believe. The world would be a messed up place if, like, I mean, it's a messed up place anyway, but if everybody believed the exact same thing, it would be, like, a boring place to live. So I don't expect, I like to see other people's opinions and views. So whatever your views are and whatever you think's happened, let me know in the comment section. And I don't really know what else to say about that whole situation, but that is what happened. I was supposed to update you guys, but as you know, stuff happened with Alyssa's father. He passed away, and I know what you're thinking. Could this have been connected to, you know, Zozo or anything like that? Honestly, I don't think so. I think it was his time. He wasn't in the greatest of health, and I think he was just unlucky. I mean, it was an aneurysm. He had that before we played the Ouija board, so I think it was gonna burst anyway. It was just his time. It was his time, and it was I guess you could say untimely, because he wasn't old enough to, you know, die. He was only 66. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the story. And I did keep the Ouija board. A lot of you guys were saying burn it. A lot of you were saying give it away, never use it again. I kept it, and so far things are okay. So I don't know, but let me know what you guys think. I'm sure going to be interested to read your comments, and thank you so much for watching, and be sure to hit that like button down below. That really helps me out. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to chase your dreams. I love you guys.